I mean, by this point, everybody knows what Zoom is. It's basically how the world works now. Um, a lot of us use it for free, but is it really free? I think we're going to find out. Peter's going to share the story. This not so critical update.
It's not free. It's not free. It's not going to be free. It's the same as every other thing that starts off free on the internet. It's unsustainable as free. The old adage, is it adage or adage? Uh, stays true. If you're not paying for it, then you're the product. So Zoom is adding ads very slowly and as a test to their free tier of their service. They're going to start off by adding it to not to the calls themselves, but to the page you see after you hang up a call. And they've promised not to use any of the information from the calls or the transcripts or the subtitles or anything kind of content from the calls. But the wording of that particular phrase was interesting to me because they say they promise not to use that content, but that means they've got access to it and they're going to use it at some point. I dug into this a little bit because my first question is, right, so they're going to show ads. What are these ads going to be related to? How are they going to be relevant to your call or to anything? So how are they going to actually make money? Well, they're not just going to show random ads, right? And yes, they say in the post, we will not use meeting, webinar, or messaging content, specifically audio, video files, and messages, or for any marketing, promotions, or third-party advertising purposes. So how are they going to make it relevant? Had a look at the privacy policy, and they say, this is their privacy policy. They say that they do buy data or get from other places for marketing and advertising purposes, and they do share data with other advertising networks and marketing purposes as well. So it's one of those generic phrases like, we use it for the purposes of running the service or something, fluffy like that. That just could mean anything. So, I mean, based on every other time this has happened, they're buying ads. They're buying data about you to show relevant ads. B, they're going to end up selling that data about you back because they have access to it. They may not use it directly to show ads to you, but they're going to sell it to other people. C, they're going to start using the contents of the ad messages and things at some point in the near future. That's my prediction because it's happened every single other time.
I feel like you're being a little harsh, Peter. and I know, like, I'm sarcastic. Like, so Zoom had some stumbles early in the pandemic. They were put into hyper growth mode, got overwhelmed. They had some security stuff to address. They had some privacy stuff to address. They did. I think, we're not talking about Facebook here, who has major problems in the trust and credibility department. Yes, Zoom has. So to your side, Zoom is probably now under tremendous pressure for growth, because how do you beat your growth projections from 2000 in a time when now everybody's not forced to use their product or shut their businesses down?
Right.
So what are they going to do to grow? I'm sure that's significant pressure internally. Does that mean that they're going to fully go to the dark side and start doing voice transcription on your videos in real time so they can insert ads into your conference meetings?
Not immediately, but they will. And even if they won't do it themselves right now, when they get bought by Facebook, they will. Yeah. And look, Mike, sorry, excuse me, guys. My name's Mike Hutton. Mike Sutton. Gee. My name's Mike Sutton, right? And I believe in the capitalism in America. And Zoom has a fiduciary responsibility to its investors to exploit the data that they have access to the fullest extent that they can in order to make sweet, sweet cash for their investors. Thanks.
So here's the next level. I'm going to give them an idea how to do it. How awesome would it be if Zoom could fill one of your participant slots with a virtual assistant who is transcribing your
yeah.
meeting and taking reminders and setting to-do tasks in real time, fully connected to your calendar, your email, all of your meetings, real-time live voice transcription, obviously stored to the cloud for backup, could CC everybody on the minutes for the meeting, and you never have to do anything. That would be awesome. Oh my God, I can't wait for them to do that.
Amazon could do that, actually. Have you ever used the transcript option in Zoom? It's really good. It's really good.
Oh no, there is that option in Zoom?
Yeah.
Can we
There's
do
several
that
calls
now?
I'm on have a subtitles thing with that. It can write out what
In
you're
real
saying,
time
and it's
while you're on
very
Zoom. And I see you do that
in
on
real time.
Twitch, so I guess I'm not too surprised by
It's
that.
very
That's awesome.
very good. The only annoying thing about it is that if you record the meeting, then it doesn't show them back. But
Yeah.
whatever, it works really well. So
Well, then why are you concerned about how they're going to show relevant ads? They can just use that information.
well, they promise they're not going to. Right? That's what they said explicitly.
Well, that was short-sighted.
It won't last. They'll go back on it when it suits them. They'll change the terms and conditions, and then that's that. Or they'll just do it anyway, and they get caught, and then change the terms and conditions.
You're so jaded, Peter.
Oh, I wonder why that is. I didn't start off like this, mate. I was a happy-go-lucky, fun-loving young whippersnapper.
Just sharing your private information all over the place.
I totally was. I was, absolutely. And the internet has ground me down to the husk that I am.
The internet is a terrible, terrible place.
It really is. Totally is. So here's the thing, right? There's no reverse. There's no going back from what Zoom are doing. They are implementing ads because they're under tremendous growth pressure.
But they're talking about so people probably are familiar if they've used Zoom. When you finish a meeting, it takes you to a screen that says, hey, hope everything went well. Or maybe there's also a screen when it launches the meeting. You click the link to open it, and it opens in your browser. And they're talking about putting an ad across the top of that screen that's targeted to you.
How, though? How is it going to be targeted? I really don't know. It will be somehow, right? Where are they getting that data from? Where? How much is it costing them? This is weird. This is quote cost my money.
So what's a good? Okay, but what's a good answer to that for you? There's no good answer. Like, what answer could they give you that's good? They tell you what?
Don't show ads. Make money from the premium.
Okay, well, they're showing ads. So now you're asking, well, where are they going to get the information from? What's that tell you?
Well, that's like saying, oh, well, listen, the guy's going to murder you. Which knife would you like?
Right. So your problem's not how are they doing it. Your problem's that they're doing it at all.
Yes, because it's the first step on a slippery slope.
But it's only for free users of the service. So should they just stop offering free plans?
Yeah, I would rather they did that. I would rather pay $5 a month for Zoom than have the tracking and ad displays.
You have that option.
How much is the Zoom account?
Oh, now how much is Zoom now? I don't know. Let's see.
I think it's more than $5 a month.
Oh, I don't want to subscribe to their. Oh, this is their blog. Let's check Zoom.
Mike's version of live coding.
Except I'm probably logged into an account. I don't know how this works. Plans and pricing. It's free. Oh. $15. $15 a month.
That's a bit too much. I mean, I pay less than that for a phone.
So look at a couple ads, or don't use Zoom. You could use Skype.
Yeah. Actually, I started using Signal lately.
Signal.
I hate Skype with a passion.
Signal.
But yeah, it's a
Skype is good for streaming.
Is it?
Well, they have some functionality that's nice for streamers, I guess I would say.
Does any actual streamer use Skype?
So they have NDI support for the video and audio. It makes it really easy to plug users into the OBS broadcasting software.
Okay, guys, let's cut this bit out because
so there are people
as soon as you start talking about all AV stuff
that are very into how you can separate analog, video, and audio. Not analog.
Okay, sorry, Mike. I mean, okay, all right. Listen, we're boring enough. Let's keep it at the low level that we have. Listen, how do you feel about this then? How do you feel about Zoom? showing ads?
Well, do you have to ask? I have no. You're using a free service. I have no problem with it.
I just don't get how they're going to make it relevant, and now they're going to make it.
But if
make money,
if they're going to use transcripts of your meetings and your known meeting schedules and what like timings and all that to make money, that's going to happen whether they show you ads or not. That's a completely separate issue.
All right, so go on.
No, I that's it. Just if they're going to use that to make money, then showing ads is not your concern. If they're showing you ads to make money for offering a free service, don't hold that against them prejudgingly, before they have a chance to do it. I don't know, preemptively. I knew there was a word for that.
Why can't they increase the cost of the paid tiers very slightly to cover the cost of a free service? Isn't that how freemium is supposed to work? The free tier is like the kind of the teaser, to get you interested in it and get you to like the service.
You could do it that way, or you could find other ways to monetize those users.
Yeah,
there's lots of options. They could do both.
There's a thing that I've heard for a very long time, which is there's two laws of the internet, which is every service eventually ends up as a chat app, and every service eventually incorporates ads somehow. And I think that's pretty true. Nothing starts off free and stays that way. Do you know, I might be more on your side if the one popular thing I've ever done on the internet wasn't explicitly against ads. It's the one thing I can't monetize. I cannot make any money out of my block list because it's there too. I've thought though sometimes it has crossed my, and I hope none of one of the users of my block list are watching this. If they are, don't take this seriously. But it's crossed my mind that I could probably, I don't know how I'd find someone who'd pay me to do this, but I could remove some entries from the list, if, for the right price. I could even probably temporarily really mess up someone's day by adding a legit company that just, I've never done this and I never will, I promise. But I could.
And you will, from now on, never be able to run for public office because that clip will be on every ad against you. Peter Lowe sold his list.
Did he do this? I'm like, I've been accused of it before, though. I have somebody, because there's quite a few instances of ad blocking people who have sold out, and they've uBlock is the most famous one because that's how uBlock Origin came into existence. It's the original uBlock guy sold out. And another guy, NanoBlocker, he added like telemetry to the uBlock to the extension, which was doing exactly what it was supposed to block. So people have accused me of deliberately like breaking sites because it's just a miscap for me. It's just a mistake or a domain that changed hands or something like that. But yeah, it's good to see the suspicion is alive and well.
You mentioned uBlock before. You are that Peter Lowe, of course, from ad blocking infamy. We should do kind of a segment on the history of your list, the history of the ad blocking kind of landscape. We've talked about Brave a couple times. We talk about uBlock Origin all the time. We talk about your list from time to time. We should dedicate a segment to talking about that. Not this one, but eventually.
No, this one. I was going to do it this year. There's every year, last year and this year at least, there's a thing, the Ad Block Developer Summit, which is hosted by IO, who are the company that make AdBlock Plus. And they invited me to come talk. And I was going to do a talk called My Little Block List. And it was going to be a little bit of history because I got, frequently asked questions and all that. Totally self-indulgent, just absolutely 100% all about me. But I thought it might be interesting because some people are kind of, I get questions on the regular about things like that. So,
and our audience may be interested in such a thing as well.
Yeah,
We'll do
maybe.
it. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
We'll get it. We'll get that scheduled. Full transcript available via Zoom.
Then we got to get some paid
plus
ads for it.
customized ads.
That would. Can we please? I'll spend the $50 and get some paid ads. That would be beautiful. Yeah.